dun, dun. Good morning, everybody. So good morning, and how is everyone out there in the Rise and Shine crew?
It's Happy Monday.
No, stop. Don't be doing that in the camera. I don't know what they're doing back there, but it's not a pretty sight.
It's wrestling.
It's more than wrestling. So we want to say good morning to everyone out there. I just want to make a little announcement to all of our members. So all of our members are very well aware that you are in our credits, our in credits on our videos, and typically you are in the credits in the morning live. Well, yesterday I was in a workshop, and because I love workshops, I'm all about workshops. I'm all about continuing education, and for this YouTube channel, continuing education is where I go a lot.
It's continuing.
It's continuing. So I was in a workshop yesterday, and they were talking about when you do your lives. So for our members, our live streams are going to have the end screen. When I say, when we say, we'll see you around that channel, and then it's going to play the members list.
Just like on a regular video.
With a little bit of music. And when that comes to an end, then I will hit end broadcast. So all of you are aware, when I say see you around the channel, we're still live, it's for that end credits screen. Because we love our members and we want to give shout outs to our members as much as possible.
So it's going to be set up just like the regular videos now.
Yes. So now we'll be very similar to the regular videos. Exactly. So we want to, we got a lot to cover today. Woo, we got a lot to cover today.
Do we?
We do. We want to say good morning to everyone that was in the chat already. We want to say good morning to Mark the Shark 801.
Mark the Shark 801. I know he's on his way home to go to bed.
Is he? And Law Jones brings us our quote of the day.
All
what
right.
does Law Jones have for our quote of the day?
Let's see. What is that quote of the day? It says, "Be yourself. Your uniqueness is far more interesting and valuable than your ability to conform." That's from Marie Johns.
I swear, I think Law Jones has a camera in this room and listens to me in chat talk.
I know, right?
I think I need to start disconnecting the microphone from the computer when it's just me and him in here. Because Law Jones, we were just talking about this yesterday, that for our channel, we need to be ourselves. We need to be unique and interesting in our own way.
I'll tell you what, it's like you're right here with us, Law. It's amazing.
It really is.
And here's another quote we got from him, too. I like putting this up. This one's from Lao Su.
And I'm sorry I can't put it on the screen because it was way up in the chat and it's not in StreamYard.
But I got it over here on my computer. It says, "Because she competes with no one can compete with her." How about that?
Yes, and because we're talking about Sea Leg Journeys, not me.
Oh, okay. You are Sea Leg Journeys. Me,
I know.
Me, what I'm here for, I just put the leg in Sea Leg Journeys. Okay, other than that, I'm nothing.
So that's true. I compete against myself all the time with this channel. With Chet, when I say I mean me and Chet. We compete against ourselves. We don't compete against anyone else. I always say, okay, Chet, this is going to be our goal. And he one-ups me. And it's like, I'm going to one-up that goal. Like I said that at the end of 2023, we were going to have 2,000 subscribers. He's already upped me and said, no, we're going to have 3.
Or 5.
And we want to say good morning to the Gaylords. Good morning, Gaylords. So nice to have you with us today.
Good morning.
And get those salutes up for the original Mark the Shark. Good morning, Mark the Shark. So where's our poll at on Mark the Shark anyway?
Let's find out. I'll go over here and click on this poll. We got 39 votes on it's a Mark the Shark poll. What should his name be on YouTube? So with 39 votes coming in, 67% of those votes are to remain Mark the Shark.
Okay.
8% are for Daddy Shark. 13% are for Shark E Shark. 10% are for Mac Daddy Shark. And 3% are for the Shark Attack.
So it looks like Mark's going to end up keeping his name.
That's right. 2/3 of the vote are right there with the same name you got there, Mark the Shark.
And we want to say good morning to Clock Family Adventures.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clock Family. We want to say good morning to Eddie Lugo Studios.
Yo, Eddie.
And then we want to say good morning to the YouTube TV guide.
That's Mr. Paul Vines at
PSV
Odyssey.
And we also want to say good morning to the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla.
And Law
like
Jones is reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up.
Yes, thank you for that, Law. Appreciate that.
And Law Jones is congratulations to Sea Lake Journeys on the Saturday stroll. What happened?
It was a good show, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say thank you for that, Law. Yeah, we thought it was a good time. We had a good time up there trying to put those channels out.
And the Gaylord said that they thought I was talking to you when I said stop. I was talking to Chet when I said stop, but I was also talking to the dogs at the same time.
It's usually all three of us. She's telling us all three to stop something.
And good morning to Shanster.
Good morning to you. She's saying good morning to everybody out there in the chat world.
And Laurel Jones says she was. It was just a case of blame the dogs. And good morning to J&S Adventures.
Good morning to you, Jeremy.
And good morning to the Moonlight Adventures.
Good morning to you.
And the Bone Tired Travelers. They're bone tired.
And all these people are saying good morning to all of y'all in the chat as well.
Yes, and we love the fact that you guys all say good morning to each other. And good morning to Michael the Realist.
Hey, Michael the Realist. Good morning to you.
Let's see. And Destination Fun.
Good morning to y'all too.
And Warm Strong Adventures.
Hey, good morning to you, Bill.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about first? You know what I want to talk about first? I want to talk about us first. Can we talk about us first?
I reckon.
So, so for Sea Lake Journeys, we were actually very privileged to have Daniel Patel did a audit on our channel the other day. It was Sunday. Was it Sunday? Sunday. Yes. He did a mini audit on our channel, and I just love it when I know that I'm doing the right thing. And so the very first thing he had two things he was auditing us about, and we passed on both things, which was really exciting that we know that we are, you know, going the right way and the right path for our channel. And it was so exciting. So, you know, if you go back to Law Jones's thing, you know, be yourself, be unique. That's what we are. We're ourselves and we're unique. And that's why we know we're doing the right thing. So I want to encourage you, whether you have a channel or not, whether you're just an individual person in your life, go be yourself. Don't try to be something else.
Yeah, because everybody else can be somebody else. You've got to be you because nobody else can be you.
That's right. And good morning to TNT Adventures.
Good morning to you, Tom and Terry.
Okay, so what is one of our topics?
One of our topics is, well, let's see. I got the first one here. Did you know the Bahamas this weekend had gale force winds? And the cruise lines could not get to Nassau, Bahamas. They couldn't get to their private islands. And it affected Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, all of them down there. I didn't realize the weather was that bad down there this weekend.
Well, so for years, we were born and raised right here in the same county we live in now. So we're not transplant Floridians. We are 100% real Floridians.
Yeah.
And we used to go to bike events and stuff like that. We've always said that real winter does not hit us until February. The end of January, the 1st of February, maybe a little bit into March. That's where our cold season is. Well, this year it hit a little bit early, and it has been windy here in Florida. So we know out there in the open water how it can be even, you know, the winds can be even stronger. And I watched where they were showing the water splashing up over the pier at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And for it to be that windy and the waves being that rough. So just be prepared that when you are on a cruise ship, your itinerary can change.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Itineraries changing due to inclement weather. No matter where you are in the world, no matter what day it is, there are typically seasons for these things to happen, but they can happen anytime.
They can happen anytime. So, you know, a lot of people are upset when their ports are changed, but the ports are always 100% changed for the safety of the passengers.
Yeah, you want to be safe. You know, it's better to go home and be unhappy about missing one stop than to have something tragic happen.
Absolutely. And we want to say there was something that came up in the chat and I missed it now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good morning to Will Cooper. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Will.
So nice to have you with us. And here's what TNT Adventures say.
I decided not to worry about monetary and want to be ourselves.
Oh.
We will only post the true Tom and Terry life adventures.
Yes.
That's right. Hey, Tom and Terry's Adventures to Sea. They got their channel going. It's a young channel, new channel. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they're trying to build their way up. So take your time sometime today and go check them out.
Yes. And if you need to slow down, slow down. If you need to speed up, speed up. I mean, that's all there is to it. And good morning to the magnificent Germany with Darian.
Hey, Darian, good morning to you. He says good morning
morning
to everybody. He's on the phone, so that'll make it hard for him to tag everybody.
Yeah.
But hey, everybody's going to say good morning to you, Darian. And you get a squeaky.
This was the chat I wanted to put up from the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh, they say you really are the best. You are really the best you that there is.
Yes.
That's right. Nobody can be a better you than you.
Nobody can be a better you than you. You know, it's just be yourself. And I would have to say, stop trying to be like someone else, or stop trying to be what they want you to be. Find yourself, because you are in there. So what's our next topic, Chuck?
Oh, how about the next one here? I want to go right to this Adora Cruises. This to me was very interesting.
This is something that I think is just like crazy.
Maybe y'all knew this. I didn't know this. Just slipped right by me. I guess because of the holidays and us going on a cruise and then New Year's, blah blah blah. But on November 26th, 2022, this came out. Okay, just a couple months ago. And it's Carnival unveils new Chinese cruise line called Adora Cruises. Did y'all know about Adora Cruises?
I love the name, Adora.
Adora.
Adora Cruises.
It probably means something interesting like old shoe. Because we don't know. But yeah, I thought, wow, I did not know this. Carnival unveiling a new Chinese cruise line. How about that? So this came out November 26th of last year. And I'm just going to read this part of it here. A joint venture between cruise industry conglomerate Carnival Corporation and the Chinese State Shipbuilding Corporation has announced the name of their new cruise line, Adora Cruises. Officials from the company unveiled the new cruise line at the 2022 Wusonghu Forum in China on Friday. The new brand will target the Chinese cruise market in Asia. And so if you're wondering where those two Costa ships were taken out of the Carnival fleet, because Costa is also under Carnival, and you wondered where'd they go? They go to the scrapyard, they get sold to somebody. Well, guess what? They went over here to Adora. That's where those two ships will be sailing from.
Yeah.
And also they're building two brand new ships. But go ahead to the chat.
We want to say good morning to Hunting and Stuff with J&J.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. And this is what Will Cooper has to say.
I saw on replay that Views and Q's filmed a rescue while on Liberty of the Seas. Their Perfect Day Coco Cay stop had been canceled.
Yes. So,
that's another story we got here in the lineup.
That is another story that we have here in the lineup because Florida, we live in Florida, and it affects us a lot when they have refugees that they're rescuing from the waters. And good morning to Ocean Travel. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning to you.
And the thing about rescuing people in the waters is because why do I hear music? It's so funny. We always hear music in here when we're on a live, and Chet seems to think that our system is picking up music from something else.
It is. I need to go get some of that radio frequency tape and wrap the wires around here so it blocks out the rays.
So anyway, as far as refugees go in Florida, first of all, any ship that is in distress, maritime law says that the nearest vessel must render aid. Well, people say, well, that little vessel seemed to be fine. It didn't seem to be in distress. Well, it could have had too many passengers on board. And that's what happened with one of the ships that one of the cruise lines had to stop and give refuge to. I think it was 40 people they had on a vessel that truly only held about 12 people, according to the Coast Guard. So in Florida, there's a lot of refugees. We've had it years ago, like in the 80s, and now we're having it again now. A lot of refugees coming over from Cuba and Haiti, and I can't remember what the other island is that they're coming from in these vessels. And they have to stop. They have to turn their ship around. So that's another thing that can affect the itinerary of your cruise. So what else you got over there, Chet?
So, okay, back to this Adora Cruise Line. The two new ships are building are going to be 133,000 ton.
They're hearing music too. It has to be a tab open.
There is no tab open.
You've got tabs open up there.
That'll make it go away.
Can y'all still hear us?
Yeah, the microphone's here.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to try this again. So the ships they're building are going to be 133,000 ton Vista class ships. So if you're familiar with the Carnival Vista and that class of ships, that's what's going to be going on over there at the Chinese market. And the first one's going to be sailing by the end of 2023. I thought this was all big news, but the bigger news is they're going to have 5G service on this thing, 5G internet service. So if you're familiar with the Starlink, it's going to be better than that, they say. Let me cruise over here to this next article, see if I can find out about that. Anybody you want to announce over there while I'm finding this?
So, yes. So, TNT Adventures at Sea, they've added 6 videos yesterday and a premiere video today at 10 a.m. I wish we could be there for your premiere, TNT, but we have an appointment. I have to drop my car off at the dealership because it's acting funny. So, we're going to miss your premiere, but we will try to catch you on the hashtag Team Replay. And let me see. There was something else up here I wanted to put up.
Okay, while you're looking for that,
I know what's playing in the background. I am so sorry. That was me. I apologize to everyone in the chat. I did have background music playing. So sorry. It was me. So I apologize, but I did a workshop. I told y'all I do workshops. I told you how I love to learn new things. So in StreamYard, I was playing some background music for our end screen for today, and I loved you playing.
I thought it was a spook in here.
So anyway.
TNT says we added 6 videos yesterday and a premiere of video today at 10 a.m. Yeah, I've watched 3 or 4 of your videos this morning already, Tom. So you'll see me over there with thumbs and comments, so you'll know I was there. And yeah, 10 a.m. We got to get the car down to the dealership at 9 o'clock, and then my sister's picking us up. So we won't even be home till after 10. So, but we'll catch it on replay. How about that? We will catch it on replay.
And Shanster has put up the link for TNT Adventures.
Thank you for that, Shanster.
Thank you, Shanster.
Awesome job.
So what else we got? We got to move along a little quicker here.
Well,
stop playing background music.
Yeah, right.
You and the dogs are so distracting today.
So Adora Cruises is working towards the future where guests can enjoy a cruise experience with 5G connectivity. How about that, 5G? The company is implementing a roadmap to achieve this goal, which includes expanding network coverage and executing high-speed satellite communications across their ships. Guests are going to be able to enjoy worry-free, always-on communication with the latest wireless communication. And to give you an example of how good this is, the guests could expect up to 1,000 megabytes per second. In comparison, the maritime internet from SpaceX, which is what Royal Caribbean, I think Norwegian are trying to get on board with right now, reaches speeds of 100 to 300 megabytes per second. Although this depends on the number of users online, so that can affect them. But how many users on board with 5G will not affect the speed. You're going to have up to around 1,000 megabytes. Imagine that, 3 to 4 times better internet than even what the SpaceX thing is going to provide. I'm kind of blown away by that. I'm wondering, my questions to that are, when is that going to come over here to the North American market, and how much is it going to cost to get it?
Yeah, and the other thing is, like Don and Tony, Lalita Loca and Don's family vacation, they were just in Australia, and they were on a ship that supposedly had great internet. Well, come to find out, it had great internet with downloading or upload. You could download something from the internet quite quickly, but for them to upload their videos to the internet, it was slow, like 19 hours slow. So it's not just the speed of the internet, it's the speed of the upload and the download services. And we also want to say good morning to the Journey Awaits.
Good morning to you, Reggie and Cheryl.
Good morning to See Me Traveling.
Good morning, Kurt and Marcia.
And everybody's congratulating Shannon from Shanster's Travel. She's just over here learning to be a moderator, and she's having a blast doing it.
All right, get your practice in here, Shanster. That's great. We love it. I did my practice over on Eddie's channel. TNT says, our slip and fall video, no one was hurt.
There you go. That's the disclosure. You got to put them
disclosures
out there. You really do, because somebody's going to call you out on it. And good morning to the Backlash Fisherman.
Good morning to you, Backlash. He says hello to everybody out there.
And good morning to Tammy.
Good morning, Tammy. She says good morning from Kelly and Tammy's Journey.
Kelly and Tammy's Journeys.
And See Me says hello and good morning, Rise and Shine Chat crew. Woo!
And good morning to Danny D, the super supporter.
Good morning to you, Danny D. I'll tell you what, she was honing her skills the other night over on the Saturday stroll for us.
And Backlash Fisherman, in regards to your membership, you're okay with us, dude. Don't you worry about it. We are not concerned about you at all. We love your support. We love everything about you. So, and you're Danny D. I love this.
Lurking, getting ready for work.
So we forgot to say good morning and thank you to our lurkers.
Well, first we got to say thanks to all of our viewers, thanks to all of our subscribers, thanks to our members, thanks to our moderators, thanks to #Team Replay and
the lurkers.
The lurkers. That's right. We always forget that category of people out there. We want to make sure we thank you guys too.
We love our lurkers. Okay, so what's our next topic, Chet?
All right, we got one more for you. It's NCL. You know, they've had a few cutbacks going on over there. They said they had no financial problems, but we all know, you know, all three big cruise lines have had to take out loans and things like that and had to go a year and a half with no income and another year of very little income. So they have to do things to try to shake it up to keep making money for the company so don't go under.
And good morning, Scott Smith. Thank you for listening while driving.
Good morning, Scott. So the gratuities, they've raised them up twice in the last 40 days and cut back services.
Yes.
So that means they've cut back staff, you know. And what else have they done here? Oh, they laid off 10% of their shoreside employees to, you know, to save money there. The latest thing they just did, I guess this weekend, is right at mid-contract, the performers on the NCL, let me make sure I say this right here, Encore, the NCL Encore, they do a performance called Kinky Boots. So it's a big Broadway production, really big, really popular, and apparently it costs too much. So right mid-contract, they told all performers, hey, this show's over. They did offer some of them over to go to other places to work, to do things. We don't know exactly what they offered them or where. But
so, you know, a lot of these people that work on cruise ships, their contract is based on their life back home. So a lot of them, you know, maybe they gave up their apartment, you know, gave up their vehicle or their mode of transportation, their motorcycle or whatever. And so now halfway through their contract, they've got to scramble and figure out a new plan. Just think about, you know, us in America, if you get laid off from your job or fired from your job midstream, you got to come up with a new plan. Well, they're in another country on a ship.
A lot of the performers are,
they're still from another country. They're on a ship somewhere else.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're cut off in their contract. That's
right.
The point is, wherever they're from, their job is all of a sudden they come in and say, hey, guess what? You know, we're under contract, but it don't mean nothing, you know. So it kind of don't look too good for Norwegian. They are cutting corners, and some of the places people are getting their feathers ruffled a little bit by them, you know. So we just wonder, we hope that those people got some other performance jobs because we don't know what they were offered. All right, what you got in the chat? Nothing else? Okay. Well, so anyway, all these topics today. Did you know about Adora Cruise Lines? Did you know Carnival is setting foot over into the Chinese market? And did you know that's where the two of those Costa ships went? They were taken out of the fleet. Did you know they're building new ships with 5G? This story, all this just blew me away this morning. So what do y'all think about all that? Do you think any of that's going to come to North America, that 5G? When is it going to come? And who's going to get it? And how much is it going to cost?
How much is this going to cost?
I guess that's the real question. How much is it going to cost?
Yeah, right.
Does anybody know what the new the new Starlink is costing on ships for the internet? If anybody knows that, throw it in the chat because I didn't get time to look that up this morning.
So here's what Shanster says.
I hope it brings the stock market for Carnival up, up, up.
Well, the stock market was up a little bit today for Carnival, a tiny little bit.
Well, it hasn't opened for today. That was from Friday.
Oh, was that from Friday?
Yeah, it was up, about 2%. So all last week it was going up. And that's why we even talked about it a little bit last week. What's turning the tide for these stocks? Some good things going on.
And here's Law Jones.
Will Adora only be sailing China? As of right now, yes. They're strictly a Chinese market and set up how they want the ships to be built for their people, and it'll be sailing right there around China.
But I can't remember which ship it is that was built for the Asian market and is now cruising in America.
The Majestic Princess is one of them.
Yes, and they're saying that the design, the layout of a ship that is geared towards the Asian market versus geared toward the American market, they're totally different.
Totally different. They had to revamp parts of these ships that were created for the Asian market because they would have private karaoke rooms where you could go in, just 2 or 3 people or a group of 6 of you or whatever, and do your own little karaoke sessions. I was like, wow, that's different. And the casinos were different because they had the regular casino like we're used to see on our ships, but then they had the backstage private casino for the high rollers. They had their own place to go. If they're spending big money, they were going in that room. I was like, wow, that's different. And then the place we have to pay for on the front of the ship, where you go up there and pay to have your own Serenity deck, they didn't have that. Their big deck like that is open to everybody and had big cushy chairs and more like a viewing room. And the dog's down here having a dream.
Ringo's having a dream. Ringo, it's okay, baby. So when they design a ship, it's amazing how different it is for the American cruiser than it is for an Asian cruiser or even a European cruiser for that matter.
Yeah, they'll have a noodle bar instead of a pizza bar.
Yeah.
Things like that. A lot of differences. The Gaylords say it was a couple more weeks before Carnival Cruise Line stocks drop again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
the Gaylords are like us. They keep track of that.
It's funny how seasons affect things, it really does.
Yeah, and here's what Eddie says.
Eddie says that the new Disney ship. Yeah, that was a Genting ship there that Eddie's talking about. It was going to be massive, huge. And from Global, right there it is, that went bankrupt and Disney bought it. They bought it for pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, they got a deal there.
Yeah, it's amazing how different decisions that you can make for your business, and as big as a business is for the cruise industry, how one decision can affect everything about your business. Same way with the YouTube channel. One decision can affect everything about your channel.
Oh, yeah.
And it's amazing how you can say one wrong thing and lose a whole bunch of subscribers or viewers. Same thing on a cruise ship. Make one change and you can lose a whole bunch of faithful passengers, with the whole gratuity thing and not having to pay, having extra costs for the dining room and stuff. One little decision can make a huge difference in your business.
Yep. I think Disney might have did a good thing though buying that ship because they got it so cheap, number one, and it was designed to hold 10,000 passengers, and they're going to scale it back from what I've read, I think, to 6,000, which means it's going to have a ton of open air venues or big venues for people to go be entertained in. I can't wait to see what's going to cost.
Yeah, which cruise line was it that decided to stop building on their big ship? Somebody was building a big ship and they decided, oh, we're going to stop building that big ship for right now. I can't remember who that was. I don't
remember. I know what you're talking about, but
yeah.
I don't know.
So guys, it is Martin Luther King. I don't have to work, but I do have to get my car to the shop.
Yes.
So like I told you, we are doing a little different with our industry. This is where I wanted to be playing it. So until tomorrow, you guys, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel. Can they see us? Can they hear us?
So until tomorrow, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel. Oh, that's so weird.